Hello everyone, today I'm going to be making a foldy insert to go inside a pocket in my journal. So what I intend to do is stick pages like this at the top and the bottom and then leave that side open as a pocket, and then this insert is to go inside there, so it'll slot inside, you can pull it out. So I've just been messing around today and this is what I've come up with. Nothing fancy, but I just thought I would make it and decorate it for you today. So if I fold this clean in half, that is going to make the same width as the pages that are in that journal. So I want it to be slightly narrower. I'm just going to zoom you out a touch and shift. That's it. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just eyeball it. I still want it to be quite wide. And then I'm going to just fold somewhere that looks good, and we're just going to trim this bit, so it really doesn't matter what size you make it or what size paper you use. You can just kind of make it up as you go along. And then I'm just going to trim that excess. I did play around with the idea and try. It doesn't like, forget about this trimmer, it doesn't like doing single pieces of paper, so if I still not wanting to cut that, let's turn that round and see if it helps. There, just didn't want to have a fluffy edge there, so taking that all off. What was I saying? Yeah, I was trying to find a way that that could be used in the same fold, but I've just given up with that eventually. Okay, so I did need to fold this a certain way to make sure that my design papers I'm using, so this is from my kit, will be in the right positions, so it needs to be that way around. So I was going to fold a corner page down, and then the other one was just like a plain. Right, so if I turn that so that the valley is facing up towards me, and then I'm going to fold the top corner so that this line meets up with the fold line that I've made. It's really simple, this. And then we're going to close it and smooth everything down and refold anything that's kind of gone out of shape. And then that will make us able to use this design in that bottom right hand corner. So that's the only reason that I needed to do it this way around. Okay, and then we flip it over so that we've got just a plain back. And then we're going to fold up the bottom to make a pocket. Just being careful to keep these edges level. Now I've got two layers here, and all I'm going to do is just fold down a little lip, trying to get it equal, but it doesn't quite work like that. I just try and coax it over a little bit more, and then that's just because I don't want things to get caught in that secondary pocket when you put things in. So I mean, you could make use of that and just cut it further down or something, but I'm just going to fold it over, and then whatever you slip in, it is not going to catch on anything, it's just going to go straight down the back there. And then we can pretend that that's a little design feature as well. So next we need to seal that up, and just use a little dab of glue up the sides there. So one at that side, make it quite broad so that there's a good sticking area and surface area to be stuck down. And at the moment I'm not sticking that lip down because I'm not sure how it's going to be incorporated into the decoration, if at all. And then you can add some on that side, but you don't really need it, but you can if you want, just to stick this edge down and make it a little bit more secure so that things don't tip out sideways. might regret doing that shortly at this stage, because I'm going to cover that inside, possibly. Right, so that's the basis of it. We've got a pocket on the back, we've got a pocket on the front, and that's just like it basically. So now I just need to decorate it. So I'm going to try and get this design nestled on top of this piece. And if you saw one of my previous videos, you will see that I've got a little technique to make mats on top of things. If I can just find my crayon, right where I left it last time, and then we're just going to trace over, and that will give us a stencil to work with. And then I know if I just trim a bit off each edge that it's going to fit on there quite nicely. And we can flip that over. I know that it's kind of done it here for us, but we'll do another one for the other side. Just so we know where everything needs to be placed if we need to. Okay, so I'm going to cut that out straight away. I shouldn't have done that wonkily. Because we could potentially use that triangle piece to make another mat. But I think what I'll probably do is just slot something inside of the pocket instead of trying to just cover the triangle. Larger scissors would probably be more useful at this stage, especially since these seem to be losing their sharpness. Okay, and then we're just going to cut a few millimeters off each edge. Trying to keep it even all the way around. And that should give me a nice template to use over the top. Okay, and then what I can do is just place it over the design piece that I want to use and decide where the placement needs to be. And we can use a pencil if I can find one with a point. To get my sharpener onto all these, and then just give it a light tracing. If you can see the design on the back, then you can just place it on the back, make it a lot neater, or you can just cut straight away. Some people like to just do these things instead of drawing it out, you just cut it. But I just need to be inside of those pencil lines to make sure they don't get too involved. Let's try it for size. It, and then I'm going to ink everything up. Okay, so now those pieces are inked, I'm going to stick it down. Just be careful to keep that as centrally as you can. There we have pocket number 1. Now I haven't decided yet, but I may put something behind as well, so that we could have like a different, I'm trying to find an example for you, something in a different shade behind there. But first I'm going to use the rest of that design paper, and we're going to have it going inside the pocket. Actually, what I think I might do is have it broken. Where's that other stencil I made? It's got to be around here somewhere. Okay, so that I'm just going to chop that bottom part off so that we've got another template. And then we just need to take a few millimeters off each edge again. I'm just going to take 10 millimeters off that entire edge, because I don't think it's going to let me go around each side. And 5 off that end. Off that end. Okay, so that gives us our 2 pieces to layer on top. Okay, so I have this piece of lace and I was playing around with the idea of putting that down somewhere. What I think I'll do, right, I need to ink them first. I think I'll do is just pop that bottom one down and then layer the lace over the top. And then it doesn't really matter where that bottom one is, whether it's overlapping or not. That one there, and that one there, and I'm going to line that up with that top lip. So it kind of goes under. I mean, I could have tucked that lip inside really, because it still wouldn't have caught on anything. And then I'm just going to layer that over the top for some decoration. Let's see if we need to take it around the back. No, we don't. So just one layer, and I kind of want that detailed edge to be over that lip, so we can still see some of that yellowy coloured paper underneath. And it's got to be glued on both pieces, both edges, to make sure that it seals shut. Oh, let's actually seal it shut first. And then it'll just be a bit more secure. And that goes over the top, and then just trim it down to the same width as the piece. There we go, so we've got a pocket behind there, one there. Okay, so this is looking very bare at the moment, isn't it? And I've got this other piece from my kit, and I'm thinking that I'll just pop that behind and kind of inside the pocket if it'll allow. Although this is what I mean, that this might be a bit of a tricky situation where we've glued that down. I probably shouldn't have done that. But what I'm going to do is just mark the width. With my thumbnail, as always. Actually, I want to try and save that design. No, I don't. I can always print it again, can't I? So, I'm going to cut that down. There. So that can be stuck inside. Glue everywhere. Yeah, definitely do this this part before you glue the pocket shut. It would have been so much easier to do that. But there we go. I managed eventually. Okay, I'm still kind of playing with the idea of this piece of lace going up the edge there, but that's not going to work, I don't think. I think I need a little piece of something to go on here. Just see that edge is popping up there, so I'll stick that down. So then I can stick something like that inside there. Photograph maybe. I like that better with that one on the back. Photograph in there. journal card's too large. Got a couple of bits and bobs in there. And then let's just see if we've got a little more embellishment in my box. I've got this little time to remember tag, and I could do something to just make it look a bit more purposeful. Maybe to one side. That says a time to remember. Just found this little piece of jute fabric or hessian. And that will just give it a little landing spot, so it looks like it's supposed to be there. Just going to take a couple of those threads out. Try not to have it so neat and tidy and organised. I want it to look a bit older than it is. And then I think that's going to help achieve what I'm trying to achieve. Oh no, stuck my finger in the glue. Just going to put that down at a jaunty angle. Let's stick some glue up inside there as well, just to make sure that that bow holds still. There we go. Not quite happy with that photograph. Might find another one in my collection. Well, that's not too bad. I just think there's a bit too much space at the top. I will scan it in before I do any cutting. These aren't my photographs, they're some that I bought, so they're not special memories to me, so I don't mind cutting them eventually, but I do like to scan them first. So there we have our little pouch foldy flappy thing. It's not even it doesn't even flap, this one. It's just a pocket insert. And as I say, let's measure it. I intend to pop that inside a pocket page. Yes, it's a perfect fit, look at that. So if I make a pocket page out of there, then that will pull out of the side. Okie dokie. That's all for today, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.